Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Roll. Hello everyone and welcome to a developer update for the balance month for the month of May 2022. Last time we did one of this was November 2019. Anyway, we got some updates for you. We're not going to cover every change that we've done, but we'll cover the latest changes and then you can go to bmod.tf and check out the updated weapons yourself. First off, we've changed one of our core philosophies that's now listed under our mantra page, and that is no weapon can be the same version of another weapon. Like, you can't have two identical weapons. This has been changed that we can have two weapons that do the same thing. So let's say having a weapon with faster firing speed and a weapon that does more damage is now viable, because Eviction Notice and Gru for the heavy officially follows these from Valve. Before, I wanted to make like every weapon unique and interesting, but it's kind of hard with the landscape of TF2 these days. Another note is that we're streamlining the mod to work more like vanilla TF2, where if you're used to using a weapon a certain way, it will now work the same way in the balance mod, except for the Vitasog, because nobody cares that that thing is now a melee crossbow. Zero complaints about that one. So what this means is that if you're used to a weapon giving you speed, like the Power Jack, it will now give you speed. And other weapons like the Hot Hand will behave just like the Hot Hand, it will just be better and maybe do something in addition. Similar to like the heavy miniguns, you still just aim and shoot, and they're still good at aiming or shooting, it's just that something else happens while you're aiming and shooting. Moving on to the updates. We have changed the core of Pyro's melee weapons by increasing the stock axe firing rate, as well as giving it additional ammo to the primary weapon, which allows the flamethrower to have more air blasts and more firing time. The reason for this is that TF2 has evolved a lot, and it doesn't make sense that Pyro should share the same stock unlock as everybody else when he is sort of the melee close combat class that struggles getting in that range. So with this as a baseline, it will make more sense for the rest of the changes that we are introducing. One change that was very jarring for a lot of players was the Power Jack change that we did, where we gave the speed to the Hot Hand and we gave the Power Jack additional heal. Because the Power Jack heals on kill, it made sense that it would also heal more from heal beams, as well as boosting the additional damage. However, players, especially new players who don't read, they just used the Power Jack they did normally and didn't even realize the speed boost was not there. So we have reduced the Power Jack to what it is like in vanilla, and we will leave it at that. The Hot Hand, on the other hand, has gotten a buff where the speed boost is increased from 1 to 3 seconds, and we're giving another feature that you now get 2 seconds of Vaccinator fire resistance if it's equipped and you're hit by fire. So that means you can potentially tank and stay fairly comfortable within the damage of a Phlogistonator Pyro, so it offers some counterplay when using this weapon. Moving on, the third degree has had its negative downsides all removed, and all players who are connected via minigun beams take mini-crit damage, and in addition to that, we have moved what used to be on the Power Jack to the third degree, and that is 75% more healing from heal beams while active. So while it now punishes players from being healed, it also rewards you from being healed because you heal up faster and you can tank more if you have a pocket medic, which sort of fits the theme of the weapon. The sharpened Volcano Fragment has had a rework as well. We've fixed the explosion going through walls, and it now also spawns Dragon's Fury projectiles in an arc where you are aiming that spawns from the target you are hitting. So this makes it the only melee unlock in the entire game that's better at hitting targets that's not the target you're hitting. So it's like a really interesting and cool mechanic, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do with this. It feels great, and it's really strong but hard to use. The Back Scratcher has had its damage increase from plus 25% to plus 35%. And the reason for this is to change the interaction against unhealed Pyros and Demos, as they now die in 1 less hit. Before they died in 3, now they only die in 2. The other classes, interaction, 125 HP, 200 and 300, interactions remain the same as before. The reason for this is that in some situations you will not want to use the Fire Axe because of the faster swing speed to kill a target, and in other cases you will use the Back Scratcher's slower, but still a more damage dealing output. So it depends on who you're fighting, how much health they have, and everything. Usually the Back Scratcher will be a better choice, but in some situations the Fire Axe will be better because it allows you to miss more and it's not as punishing. And of course, the overheal from health packs while active is still present. The Neon Annihilator has had its damage penalty completely removed as a result of the Fire Axe getting a buff. So now when you kill someone, you can still combo with it doing mini crits and it will do a substantial amount of damage. And it's also easier to secure the kills that allows you to start this combo train. And we've also made it so that if you kill someone with the Neon Annihilator while they're covered in gas, the explosion now triggers properly and the target just doesn't die without the explosion happening. Speaking of the gas passer no longer builds off itself, so it's no longer possible to combo a bunch of gas passers in a row, which makes this weapon a whole lot less spammable, and that makes up for the less damage needed to charge it, as well as the damage the explosion does. Also, the issue where you could throw the gas passer through walls has been fixed for some long amount of time in the balance mode. I don't remember when, but it's been in for years, I think. The Detonator and the Scorch Shot has had their damage penalty for Afterburn from -50% reduced to -25%, bringing the effective damage from 2 to 3 per tick instead of the official 4. So while it's not as punishing as before, it's not as insanely strong as it is in the vanilla game. The Islander has had its 3-head cap removed. This has been some while ago, we just haven't documented it until now, because something happened and it broke, so it didn't work anymore. But the Islander no longer has the hidden buff of increased shield bash damage depending on how many heads you have. It doesn't say that on the weapon anywhere, so we removed it. This has been in the balance mod for a while, but we haven't documented it until now. The Sandman now does mini crit damage to rocket jumping targets similar to the Cleaver. So it's possible to pull off some sick trick shots with this weapon that's going to be feeling pretty rewarding to you, the great scout of trick shots. The syringe gun has also gotten some changes. We've been going up and down between how much uber these needles give, so now we've ended up on 0.75%. So that means in a volley of 4, you will gain 3% uber. Because if I shoot 1 needle, I get 0, but you see this a little bit. And if I shoot 3 more needles, you can see I'm 3%, but if I shoot the next sequence, I will get 0, but if I shoot another 3, I will get 6. So if we were to shoot an enemy with our full clip and be gods and land every single shot, then we will get 29% uber. And we will also get the capped 20% faster build rate that lasts for a while. You can see here that we have this little effect. That means it's active, so we're building faster. This is accumulative on all miniguns. Or if we land less than 5, it will be just capped to 5. So it's between 5 and 20. So if I shoot a bit more, it will be 11, and the combo window is actually quite generous now, so you can like shoot, stop, shoot. And of course you get uber per needle, and then at the end of the combo you get the passive buff that applies to all miniguns, and it stacks. That's all the major updates for now. Be sure to check out the balance mod as we continue to update and get ready for balance mod 2.0. Gonna be good. Check the website. As for play sessions, we have play sessions every Monday in the EU at 6:30 p.m. Central European Time, and now in the US starting Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is 5 p.m. PST. Hope to see you guys there. So do join the Discord and Steam groups for announcements of when we play, and we can get this thing going. Because the reason people aren't playing is that because people aren't playing, not because the games aren't any good or anything like that. In fact, the best TF2 I have is the balance mod, and I don't play anything else because you guys are literally the best. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, join the Discord, join the Steam group, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time. Peace out! Oh my god, I fucking got out skilled. Wow, I